First story of the day, we're talking about Simon Pegg's new Galaxy Quest TV show. Shane, what is going on here, buddy?
Oh my gosh, it's funny. I have so many tabs up for today's stories that now it's like erroring on me. Okay, so let's check it out. We've got, okay, so what we've got here is, I like to pull it up and look at it.
Well, let me explain. While you're doing that, let me explain what Galaxy Quest is for people that need a refresher. Galaxy Quest was like the first Orville, okay?
Well, sort of.
Sort of. Yeah, Orville became its own thing, but really what happened was it was a movie that was sort of like, it was supposed to be a spoof of Star Trek, but it had so much heart and it was written so well and had so much going for it that it sort of became its own thing. And yeah, they spoofed a lot of the old sci-fi and Star Trek sort of TV shows, but it was definitely bigger than just a spoof or a parody. It was not. It felt like so much more than that. And it holds a very, very great place in my heart. I watch this movie once a year. I recently want to try to get my kids to watch it. They're not ready yet. Next year. We're gonna try it one more time. But I think it's it should have had a TV show a long time ago, and I think that Orville might have actually had a play for bringing this project back around because of the success of Orville.
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, here's what we know for sure, and there's not a lot of news to this. So Simon Pegg, it says basically Star Trek Simon Pegg is working on Galaxy Quest TV series, and this information comes as a result of Emmy-winning writer-producer Georgia Pritchett, who revealed it to the UK Times. She said she is working on a television spinoff with Simon Pegg. What has this person done to give us the credibility? Well, she did a few TV shows. The Veep. She wrote Veep.
Oh, I love that with oh my God, chick from Friends. I forgot her name, but yeah, it's great.
Oh, Elaine.
Well, that was the character's name, but yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing: is Galaxy Quest has been trying to turn into a TV show for a while.
Oh yeah.
This is not the first time. I mean, since it came out in 1999, it's basically there's been a number of attempts to do it. And, originally, so back in 2018, Paul Scheer was doing a project. In 2018, it got put on hold, but they had been planning to bring the original cast back.
Yeah, the reason it went on hold was not because the studio didn't like it. It was because one of the main characters passed away. Alan Rickman, yeah.
Alan Rickman passed away, and then that just kind of threw everything off because he's a very important character of the show, and they weren't exactly sure how they were going to do it.
But Reptar's hammer, you will be avenged.
You will, yeah. And he hated saying that. It's such a great movie. I watched the documentary for Galaxy Quest just recently.
There's a documentary? What?
Oh yeah, there's a great documentary on Galaxy Quest.
I'm gonna need a link to that.
It was so good. It's one of those documentaries where you watch it and you're like, you're upset that it's over. And it goes through and talks about how, they didn't really want Tim Allen. Originally it was being directed by Harold Ramis.
Oh, it had a Ghostbusters sort of feel. Have like this campy idea that actually like breeds a universe that's even bigger than itself.
Right. Well, I don't think the movie would have probably, and no disrespect to Harold Ramis because he's great. He didn't want it. He didn't really he wanted to be very slapstick humor. And that's really not what the show is.
Yeah, it's
got a lot more heart in it. So Harold Ramis, Harold Ramis at the time had it, and he didn't want to do it anymore. He didn't feel like the movie was going the direction he wanted it to go. They ended up bringing in another director who kind of went through with his vision of it, and it just ended up being the almost perfect movie that it is. So if they turn it into a TV show, what are their options? We know that some of the cast is willing to come back. Sigourney Weaver is willing to come back. Tim Allen's willing to come back.
Yep.
But you kind of probably would need to bring a TV series with them and then probably have like some younger people, to kind of fill it out, because I don't know. I mean, they're much older. It's not like they're a little bit older.
Yeah, they're much older.
The adventure portion of what they'd be doing, I think, would probably not be as interesting. So they would need to almost, I mean, if they're going to do it, they got to do it soon. And if Simon Pegg's going to do it, that's cool, because Simon Pegg, he's written a lot of things, and he's actually pretty darn good. You know, he wrote that third Star Trek movie.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he wrote that.
Yeah, a lot of people weren't fans of that movie, and I gotta say, as like a Star Trek purist, I'm like, yeah, it wasn't like super Star Trek, but man, was it super entertaining. I didn't know that you could take a Beastie Boys song and somehow make it Star Trek canon or a Kelvin canon for me. It worked.
Yeah, that's definitely not canon. Don't go there.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Obviously not canon.
Well, what I thought was great about that movie was that the Spock and Bones relationship in that movie was just really fleshed out, and it really harkened back to, you know, original series Star Trek relationships type stuff, and I really loved it. So Simon Pegg, I think he could pull it off, but you know, what could they do? So if they did a Galaxy Quest TV show, where could they go? So we know at the end of the movie, the Thermians have you know, they're basically safe now, but
right.
there's basically this ship of them. Everybody else is dead.
Right.
All the other Thermians. The Galaxy Quest crew goes back home. So if there's a TV show, what would happen? Like, do the Thermians get in trouble again and they need Commander Taggart? You know, how do you see like a TV? How would they carry a TV series?
Well, see, it doesn't necessarily have to be about the same thing. You know, if it's a TV show, you're going to want to see. If it was a movie, maybe you'd want to tie in the Thermians and other characters.
But Thermians have to be there, though, right? I mean,
you can have them there. Remember, by the end
we don't have the technology.
Remember, by the end of the movie, one of the Thermians was a cast member on the new TV show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the female.
Yeah. So good. The casting was so brilliant. But maybe the Thermians are involved in like getting them a ship or whatever. But I think if it's a TV show, it's going to be about exploring the galaxy. And in the vein of classic sci-fi, I don't see them doing a, you know, giant season arc. It will probably be episodic to a point.
Yeah, I could see maybe what happens is, I mean, it would still have to remain secret. I don't think that the general public would know about it. They would still think it was a TV show, maybe. And then, but it would have to be like this secret adventure that this cast and crew goes on, maybe with the Thermians or with some new aliens. I could see that happening. That would probably work out.
Yeah. You know, what if the Thermians need their help? They get the ship, but then it turns into like, you know, the first episode was set up the reason why their trip. I mean, it might be a Voyager thing. What if they're just visiting the Thermians and they get sucked into a black hole and now they're gonna make their way back Earth, and it might be a Voyager spinoff this time.
Oh, something like they're out there just stuck out, far away.
Maybe that's the reason they're gonna have all these misadventures. They're gonna need this new part for the ship. They need this, whatever. Galaxy Quest somehow managed to give us a movie about actors on a TV show that got sucked into an actual ship, and then actually gave us adventures before the main story wrapped up. It was so well done the way they captured, you know, classic sci-fi, like when they had to get the core, whatever it was called, right?
Oh,
is there a core on the ship? I love that.
Their dilithium thing, yeah.
Is there a core on the ship? He's like, you know, we just asked that, right? We don't need you. Oh man, it's so good. But you know that was a misadventure. And dude, the casting of Guy to this day.
Oh,
the blue thingies heading to the red thingy. I think we're the green thingy or whatever it was. It's so good.
Yeah, that was my first introduction to him as an actor.
Yeah, you
know, being able to see him, I didn't realize he was any good. And since then, he's done so many great movies. Did you see him in The Moon?
Oh yes,
that was a really good movie.
Yeah, it's great. And remember, so he played the same character, the hammer tech guy from Iron Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was the same, very similar character to the character he played as Guy. He played that character 12 years before Marvel even was a thought.
Oh, really?
How cool is that? Yeah. Well, wasn't the same exact character, but very similar, sort of neurotic character. When they were on the planet, best part of that movie was when he's trying to get their attention, and he's like freaking out. And he's like, "What? What?" He goes, "I'm Guy. I don't even have a name.
I'm gonna die.
Definitely the one that dies."
No, and part of me thinks that Sam Rockwell is a big reason why the movie was good.
Oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, that's her name.
Oh yeah, you're talking about for Veep.
Yeah, thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell he's this amazing actor now, where he's in whatever he wants to be in.
Right.
He's the missing element to that show. Like without him there, it's like everybody needed to be there in order for it to really work out.
Yeah, which is gonna make doing that show without Alan Rickman hard.
True. Well, what's funny is, Rainn Wilson was in that movie. So Dwight from The Office.
Oh, yeah, I know who he is. He was in the movie.
Yeah. I don't know. He was in that movie. He was one of the Thermians that.
Oh, that's right.
Well, and it's funny because he had it was his first gig in Hollywood, and he had something else conflicting, so he couldn't. They wanted him to continue to be in the movie, but he couldn't continue. But yeah,
it's great.
It's really, really cool. Well, I hope something happens this time. Right now, there's not a whole lot of info, but
I think they've wanted it for a long time, and they had to mothball it because when Alan Rickman died. But there's been plenty of time now, and the fact that someone like Simon Pegg is on board, or I think that changes things. I think that makes it way more viable. Simon Pegg is respected, not just as comedy director, actor, but in science fiction. He's a respected quantity. There's no, if you have a name like that, there's no reason why this doesn't happen, in my opinion.
Well, and they're working on it. So there's what we do know for sure is there's no deal in place. This would be more the fact that we're getting this information as a quote to to the UK Times from Georgia Pritchett shows that they're working on it, but they're probably not very far yet.
Right.
So there's a lot of time to come to figure this out still.
Well, let us know what you think about a new Galaxy Quest TV show. And I'm sure it'll come to Amazon because almost everything Simon Pegg does goes straight to Amazon.
Thanks for watching. To see the full conversation, become a member of the Popcast family. Use the link in the description below or go to our channel and click the join button. Select your tier and we'll see you at the next show.